this is actually a meat-free chilli.
Oh,
okay, but so if you're vegetarian, great, but if you eat meat, it's always good to do without meat for a day, a week, something like that.
Okay.
And this is really affordable because cans of beans, you just buy cans of mixed beans like this. They're full of protein, full of fibre, really affordable, really filling. So if you've got a family to feed, that it's great, making a big, you know, fill-up meal. Or if you live alone or just two of you, there's all sorts you can do with this. So the first thing I've done in here, I've just got a little bit of olive oil, garlic and onion as usual. So I've browned that and softened that. And then it's this simple. All the ingredients go in. So we've got the beans.
Yeah.
Now, kids think they don't like beans, but actually, when I serve this up to mine, they all eat it, and because it's the chilli flavour.
Right.
So this takes the place of the minced beef or lamb or whatever. I've got some chopped red peppers. Now I've got some chopped chilli, fresh chilli here. This is great. If you haven't got fresh chilli, just use store cupboard, dry chilli. Or if you want to buy some fresh chillies, you can chop them and then freeze them in little individual portions, and that's the best way to use them. You can just take out what you want. In there, I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar.
Right.
And what this does is give it a really lovely sweetness with the tomatoes. And as you know, I'm always banging on about tomatoes being my superfood, whether they're canned, whether they're fresh, whether they're roast, they're just so jam-packed full of goodness. Anything that's got a deep colour like this is good for you. And so this is passata has gone in there, and a little bit of black pepper. Now, what happens with this is that just literally bubbles away for about 20 minutes, and it's as easy as that.
That's very easy, very simple. And as you said, that's not going to cost you very much money.
That is not, no. Now, there's all different ways you can serve this. And I appreciate that we have people watching that have different appetites, different activities. Some are on the Bikini Promise, some aren't. So one way of serving it is kind of posh beans on toast.
Right.
I'm just going to put 1 piece of bread there, because if you're on the Bikini Promise, then you're hovering your hand. So
that's right, and it has to cover.
That's right. So you're going to know this is your portion size. Now, that is a really healthy, balanced meal.
Yeah.
And if you're on a Bikini Promise and you're watching your weight, that's the perfect portion size, and that is going to be really, really filling. The slow release. Goodness.
That'd be a lovely little lunch or a tea, wouldn't it? It's really
Absolutely.
good. Yeah, really good.
If you're feeding a larger family and you want to bulk it out even more, go for some pasta. I'm going to do 1 pasta portion here. And I would always go for whole wheat pasta. Okay. It tastes just as great. You can get it in all different shapes. My daughter thinks this tastes different to penne pasta. She thinks the shape affects flavour. It actually doesn't, but maybe in her head it does.
No, that's fine. No, I sort of get that, actually. I know where she's coming from there.
So this is, even though that looks like a bigger portion, actually the pasta is all loose, so that is a good portion size.
See, that's good. It's all about portion sizes, Sally. You're always saying that as well.
It's about eating healthy ingredients and at the right portion size, and then of course doing the exercises, which I know Maxine's got some brilliant ones coming up for our arms later, which I cannot wait to be trying. Now, another way is by doing a pie. Now, you can do a great big pie if you want to, and pop all that in and pastry over, but obviously pastry is quite high in fat if you're going for butter short crust. So this is actually phyllo pastry, which is
very light,
super
isn't it?
thin.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever try to make it yourself. I would just always...
Life is too short,
Life is too short to make that. Now, what I've done is just brush it with a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to get the sheet, a bit messy, and just literally...
Oh, that's so cute.
Do that.
And I like the idea of your individual pie, though. I like that.
Well, what a great way to do portion sizes.
Exactly, you're controlling it completely.
And also, the thing I'm aware of is that, OK, many viewers have big families to feed, and many viewers live alone, or there's just the two, or that you're just on your own for lunch or whatever. Yeah. And I want to make sure that all the recipes, especially on the Bikini Promise, are suitable to mix and match. So if you've got lots left over, you can then freeze that for up to 3 months. And then if you make these little pies, you would pop that in an oven at about 200 degrees for about 15 minutes, just to crisp up the top.